Before we start today, I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine you are standing at the edge of a swimming pool. The water is clear, the sun is warm. You have watched many videos about swimming. You know exactly what to do with your arms and legs. You have read books about swimming techniques, but you have never, ever put your body in the water. Now someone turns to you and says, okay, now swim across the pool. What will happen? You will panic. Your body will not move the way you imagined. You will sink. You might even feel afraid of the water. This is exactly what happens with English. Most learners spend years watching, reading, and memorizing, but they never get into the water. They never speak. And when the real moment comes, a conversation, a meeting, a simple question, they freeze. Today, I'm going to teach you how to get into the water. Not with more rules, not with more grammar, but with a simple, honest method that works. This video is 30 minutes long. If you stay with me until the end, I promise you will never look at speaking English the same way again. Let's begin. Why most people cannot speak. Let me ask you a very direct question. How many years have you studied English? 2 years? 5 years? 10 years? And now ask yourself, can you speak freely without translating in your head, without feeling scared? If your answer is not really, you are not alone. Millions of learners around the world have the same problem. But why? Why do people study so much and still cannot speak? The answer is simple. They are learning English like a subject, not like a skill. Think about driving a car. You can read the driver's manual 100 times. You can memorize every rule, but the first time you sit behind the wheel, you will be nervous. Your hands will not know where to go. Why? Because driving is a skill. Skills require practice. Speaking English is also a skill. It requires your mouth, your ears, your breath, your confidence. These things cannot be learned from a book alone. So here is the first truth I want you to understand. Reading English is not speaking English. Listening to English is not speaking English. Writing English is not speaking English. Speaking English is its own separate skill. And if you want to get better at it, you must practice it directly. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, today. The 3 biggest mistakes learners make. Over the years, I have watched hundreds of English learners. I have seen the same 3 mistakes again and again. Let me share them with you. Mistake number 1, waiting until you feel ready. You tell yourself, I will start speaking when my vocabulary is bigger. I will start speaking when my grammar is better. But here is the problem. Your vocabulary will never feel big enough. Your grammar will never feel perfect. The feeling of ready never comes. You have to start before you feel ready. That is the only way to become ready. Mistake number 2, trying to be perfect. Many learners spend 30 seconds thinking about one sentence. They want to say it correctly. They check the grammar. They try to find the best word. Meanwhile, the conversation moves on. The other person is waiting, and you feel pressure. Native speakers do not speak perfectly. They make mistakes. They say and like.
Chuckles. They correct themselves mid-sentence. Perfection is a lie. Communication is the goal. Mistake number 3, practicing alone but never with people. It is good to practice alone. I recommend it. But if you only speak to your mirror or your phone, you are missing half of the skill. Real conversations are unpredictable. People interrupt, they ask unexpected questions, they speak at different speeds. You cannot learn to handle this without real practice with real humans. So from today, I want you to change these 3 mistakes. Stop waiting, stop trying to be perfect, and find a real person to speak with
the four-step method that works. Now let me give you a clear, practical method. I call it the four-step speaking method. It is simple, it works, and you can start today. Step 1, warm up your mouth 5 minutes every morning. Before you speak English, you need to wake up your mouth muscles. This is like stretching before exercise. Every morning, stand in front of a mirror. Say these sounds slowly out loud. The, this, that, these, those, right, wrong, right, w, water, why, when, very, voice, never. Then say one full sentence. Today I will speak English even if I make mistakes. Do this for 5 minutes. Your mouth will feel looser. Your tongue will move more easily. This small habit changes everything. Step 2, speak alone for 5 minutes. Record yourself. Every day, record yourself speaking for 5 minutes on your phone. Talk about anything. What did you eat today? How do you feel right now? What are you planning to do tomorrow? Do not write anything. Do not prepare. Just speak. Then listen to the recording. Do not judge yourself harshly. Just notice. Where did you stop? What word did you forget? What did you want to say but could not? The next day, try again. You will see small improvements. After 1 week, you will hear the difference. Step 3, shadow a native speaker. 10 minutes. Shadowing means listening to a short audio and repeating it immediately. Copy the rhythm, the stress, the emotion. Choose a slow English podcast like Nervale. Listen to one sentence. Pause. Repeat out loud. Try to sound exactly like the speaker. Do this for 10 minutes every day. This trains your ear and your mouth at the same time. After a few weeks, English will start to feel more natural. Step 4. Speak with a real person. 15 minutes. This is the most important step. Find one person to speak English with every day. It can be a friend who also wants to practice, a family member, someone from an online language exchange. There are free apps. Do not prepare. Do not write scripts. Just talk for 15 minutes. Ask simple questions. How was your day? What did you eat for lunch? What movies do you like? You will make mistakes. That is fine. Laugh about them. Keep going. If you follow these 4 steps every day for 30 days, I promise you will feel a difference. Your fear will be smaller. Your words will come faster. Your confidence will grow. What to do when you feel stuck? Even with practice, you will have moments when your mind goes blank. This happens to everyone, even advanced speakers. Let me give you a simple emergency plan for those moments. Step 1, breathe. Take one slow, deep breath. It takes only 2 seconds. It calms your nervous system. Step 2, use a filler phrase. Instead of staying silent, say one of these. Let me think for a moment. Sorry, the word is on the tip of my tongue. How do you say this in English? These phrases keep the conversation alive. They show the other person that you are trying, and they give your brain time to find the word. Step 3, describe instead of name. If you cannot remember the exact word, describe it. For example, forget refrigerator, say the cold box where we keep food. Forget airport, say the place where airplanes take off and land. Forget doctor, say the person who helps sick people. People will understand you. They will not laugh. In fact, they will respect your effort. Step 4, ask for help. It is okay to say, how do you say this in English? Or what is the word for? Native speakers ask this too. There is no shame. Remember, silence is the only real mistake. Everything else is progress. Let me share 2 short stories with you. These are real people. Their names are changed, but their journeys are true. Story 1, Ahmed from Egypt. Ahmed was 34 years old. He had studied English for 12 years. He could read technical documents. He could write long reports, but he could not speak. Every time a foreign colleague asked him a question, his face turned red. He would look down and say nothing. One day, I told Ahmed, for 1 month, I want you to speak English badly. Say the wrong grammar, use the wrong words, just keep your mouth open. He thought I was joking, but he tried. The first week was painful. He recorded himself. He hated his voice, but he did not stop. By the end of the month, something had changed. He was still making mistakes, but he was no longer silent. He could order coffee. He could introduce himself. He could answer simple questions. 6 months later, Ahmed got a job in Dubai because he finally had the courage to speak. Story 2, Sophia from Brazil. Sophia was 22 years old. She was very shy. Even in her native language, she did not like to talk too much. She wanted to learn English, but she was terrified of sounding stupid. I gave her a different challenge. I said, Sophia, every day talk to your dog in English. She laughed. But she did it. Every morning she would say to her dog, "Good morning, Bella. Today I feel tired. I have a meeting. I hope it goes well." The dog did not correct her. The dog did not judge her. She felt safe. After 2 weeks, she started to feel more comfortable. After 1 month, she tried speaking to a human, her cousin. It was not perfect, but it was a conversation. Today, Sophia works as a translator. She still feels shy sometimes, but she no longer lets shyness stop her. These stories have one thing in common. Both Ahmed and Sophia stopped waiting. They started speaking badly, imperfectly, bravely, and that is how they improved. Let me tell you the truth about fluency. Fluency does not mean speaking perfectly. Fluency means speaking smoothly, without long, painful pauses. You can be fluent and make grammar mistakes. You can be fluent and have a strong accent. You can be fluent with just 2,000 words. I have seen people with very simple English communicate beautifully. Why? Because they are not afraid. They use what they have. They describe, they ask, they try. And I have seen people with advanced vocabulary who cannot say 2 sentences without stopping. Why? Because they are paralyzed by fear. So stop chasing perfect English. Start chasing real communication. Here is a simple definition of fluency that I love. Fluency is the ability to express your ideas clearly, even with mistakes, without fear. Notice the words, even with mistakes. Mistakes are allowed. They are part of fluency. So do not wait until your English is beautiful. Speak with your ugly English.
Speak with your broken English. Speak with your accent. Just speak, because every time you speak, your English becomes a little more beautiful, a little less broken, a little more confident.
We have covered a lot today. Let me summarize the most important points. 1, speaking is a skill. You must practice it directly. 2, stop waiting to feel ready. Start before you are ready. 3, use the 4-step method. Warm up your mouth, speak alone, shadow a native speaker, and speak with a real person. 4, when you feel stuck, breathe. Use a filler phrase, describe, or ask for help. 5, fluency is not perfection. Fluency is communication without fear. Now, I want you to do something right now. After this video ends, do not close your laptop or put down your phone. I want you to say one sentence out loud. Just one. For example, I am learning to speak English and I will not give up. Say it now with your real voice, not in your head. Did you say it? Good. Tomorrow, say 2 sentences. The next day, 3, soon you will be having conversations. Not perfect conversations, but real conversations. And that is how English becomes yours. Thank you for spending 30 minutes with me today on Narwheel. You are braver than you think. You are more capable than you believe. Now go, open your mouth and speak.